Hey, welcome back to the channel. So, we got ourselves here the new version preview 3.4.6 Cherry Blossoms. And we have new aspers coming from Japan because of the cherry blossoms, obviously. And I took a sneak peek on their skills, and oh god, this is interesting. Like, their skills are really, really good. So, let's go. So first Esper, Sakura, Sakuya Hime, Inferno Legendary Defender. So with the coming of Wuyo, we know that we are now getting interested in creating our own defender lineup, and Sakura is a really good addition in this defender lineup. Although she kind of like a little bit different compared to the other defender, but we will see her skills later on.
All things wither and die, while I remain flawless. Feed me, nourish me. I'll be beautiful forever.
Yeah, so most of the time, like all of the defender aspers are like dealing damage through defense stats. Like this is probably the first that a defender asper is called a defender while actually supporting their allies. So Sakura is a really interesting a choice of asper. Like it's really good. I mean, Wuyo choose only defender asper to get her buffs, and by like how to say efficiency, like you do want to bring as many defender as you can to your lineup, but because all of the defender are actually a fighter that uses a defense stats, you cannot actually make a proper lineup. So that's why with the coming of Sakura, she is gonna be your very first defender support asper.
Be the last thing you ever see.
Now this is what I like. And she's a ninja cat, Momo Bakaneko, a flow legendary fighter. And compared to Sakura, I am much more interested in this Esper. Although it's too bad, like this is also a legendary Esper, like it is not an epic Esper. So, I've already used up all of my Nexus Crystal on Chuyao. So, I'm gonna tell you how good she really is. And you can all later decide on whether you want to pull Sakura or Momo. But both of them are really good Esper and really interesting.
You're all inferior.
Yeah, I love like if you make a cat character and you use a lot of puns, like a cat puns, it's gonna be interesting. Like especially the voice actor, like they are gonna enjoy making all those sounds by themselves. So this is the memory rift. I don't know if I can't remember if this has happened before, like this event, like win within the designated number of turns to increase danger level. But we also have the trial here, which is as usual. You're gonna get your reward by doing trial, and then the story here. Yeah, everything is there. And here we go. We have our triple threat. And you see, this is like a tower battle, kind of like a guild battle. Like a lot of mobile games have already implemented this kind of gameplay, and now it comes to Dislyte. And looking at the color, you're gonna fight 3 different guilds in a battle royale situation. And there are a lot of strategies that can be involved if you fight 3 guilds at the same time like this. Because if you think that one guild is stronger than your both the other guilds combined, you can actually talk your way out and try to work together into killing that one single guild. Like that's what I did in Rise of Kingdom. Like a lot of Rise of Kingdom players. That's also a game from Lilith, and In there, you actually use your political prowess to win the game. So it's gonna be happening in here. So hopefully you guys can work together with your guild mates, and at least 10 players in a guild must sign up for defense deployment in order for your club to qualify for the match. So go and find and join together to a guild that is still active in Dislyte, and go enjoy the triple threat. And for those of you who haven't realized yet, a lot of Esper that get a bonus captain ability that works in a guild battle previously, like 3 versus 3 guild battle, they all changed their captain ability to be able to be used in triple threat. But the thing is that the triple threat is actually not a 3 versus 3 battle, it is a 5 versus 5, so the triple from the triple threat is actually referring to the 3 guilds fighting it together. So all those Esper that actually gets advantage in fighting 3 versus 3 still not gonna shine in this content. So yeah, it's just another addition of a PvP battle, which is like guild versus guild, and each Esper can only be deployed once in triple threat. So the more Esper you have, the more advantage you can have in this triple threat. So go find your best lineup, and actually like Beatbout and all those knockout PvP actually works in your favor, because that way you already by now probably found like 5 of your Esper lineup to be used in the triple threat. So you can already use them. With the things that we don't know yet is this one, like does this use the Esper equipment, or will this still use the rival rune? I think this is still rival rune. Yeah, this is still rival rune. I don't know. Like, is this a default? Like the developer relic, or you can change this, or yeah, this comes from rival rune. So we will see later. So look at that. The defensive team, I can see Club K is captured, Club K2 circular well 10. And there is a bubble here. I don't know, like maybe once you attack it, like it's immune to another attack for a certain amount of time. Yeah, we will see in much more detail in the patch preview. Like usually in the patch preview and the patch notes, I only read the Esper skills. But right now, because of triple threat, I'm gonna scroll down later to see the rules for the triple threat. So patch 3.4.6 details. Yeah, I've already sneak peek on some of these Esper skills. So I'm gonna explain to you how they work. Sakuya Hime. Sakura is a defender Esper capable of AoE damage mitigation and healing. So the AoE damage mitigation here works just like Everett and Sally. So Sakura is able to reduce her allies' damage taken. And this is insane, because we now have Everett, Sally, and now Sakura. So Fuse, who has innate damage mitigation by himself, if you pair him up with all those AoE damage mitigation Esper, he is going to be unkillable. So all of you who have pulled Fuse, you do want to probably try this if you want. And also if you get Wuyo recently, then this is gonna be really good addition, because she is a healer. She is a healer. She is a defender healer, which is what you actually need. If you do want to make a defender lineup, this is the only defender support in this game right now. So, going to the third ability first, Sakura Splendor grants all allies defense up, attack up, and vigor guard. Vigor guard is an undispellable buff, which means that this is a golden buff And it blocks one control effect, and while Figure Guard is active, recovers HP upon actively casting abilities or being attacked with abilities. So this works similar to Lian's shield, whereas you're gonna get healed instead when you get hit by the enemy attack. But instead of just attack, instead of all attacks, you need the enemy to cast their S2 or S3 in order for you to receive the recovery. But it also recovers you when you are the one casting the ability. So it works a little bit different than Lian's shield. So that's why you can choose whether you do need Lian's shield or you do need Sakura's shield. Like they don't as usual, if you are a game developer, like you don't want to make your previous Esper obsolete, obviously. So they changed a little bit on how Sakura's shield works, so it's a little bit different than Lian. So Lian is still gonna be relevant for other situation, while Sakura also gonna be used now for another situation. So yeah, a lot of players mentioned that Lian was a trap, the developer gave her a huge discount when everybody is trying to pull Lian to Resonance 6, and now they release a similar Esper like Lian. So actually it's kind of like half true, but it depends on how you take it. Like is actually a totally different Esper. Like they work differently. So this one also, instead of becoming a shield like Lian, it only blocks one control effect. So for Lian, it blocks a control effect for Lian herself, not for her allies. And for this one, it blocks for everyone who has Vigor Guard, because Sakura gonna grant this Vigor Guard to all of her allies. So this is an undispellable buff. So that means that for those of you who hate Pharah, this is your answer. So right now Pharah is in a really good position, because Esper like Tie, who is being used everywhere, and also Chuyao, who just recently came out, they all getting countered by Pharah, because Pharah cannot get her AP reduced. And so if you move first and try to reduce your enemy's AP, if they have Pharah, she actually instead gonna freeze your entire lineup. So that's an annoying thing to have, because Pharah dispel all of your immunity and buff first before she actually freeze your Esper. So if you can have your Sakura to move first, so we're gonna need to see like whether Sakura is going to have a fast speed or not. But if she manages to cast her third skill first, that means that she will be able to be your answer to counter Pharah, because that means that Pharah freeze is now can be blocked by this. And also this can block skill like Toland's 0 hour. If you able to give this Vigor Guard to all of your allies, so obviously your fastest, no, not really. Like if your fastest Esper need Vigor Guard and they already moved, then Toland will already move first, so you won't be able to have Sakura being the one to cast Vigor Guard to your allies. So yeah, this can, in effect, this can block Toland's 0 hour, but because Toland's still gonna move first, so yeah, we will see whether this gonna be, useful or not. But definitely, in theory, this can block, but in practice, your Toland gonna be able to move before you able to give Vigor Guard to all of your allies. Yeah. So again, it depends on Sakura's speed. So we will see. And then deals damage to all enemies based on Sakura's maximum HP. So Sakura, even though she is a defender, she uses HP based stats, just like Efren. So and she also reduces their maximum HP capacity when attacking enemies. This is a rare thing to have, because the only thing that can counter maximum HP capacity reduction is only Ahmed. Like they haven't give us a new Esper that can heal back a maximum HP reduction except for Ahmed. So this is really good because this goes through any kind of mitigation. Enemy can always gonna have their maximum HP reduced up to 50% of their maximum HP, which is a really good way to counter a defender or HP based enemy. And then after attacking, Sakura dispels all her debuffs, recovers HP, and gains Floral Barrier. Now, Floral Barrier is a special kind of buff just for Sakura alone. And Floral Barrier is an undispellable buff, another golden buff, and each stack absorbs damage based on Sakura's maximum HP and stackable. This is a golden buff shield, and this is stackable. So the thing that I'm gonna need to test about this is that, usually if you have a shield, that means that after you absorb damage, the shield gonna reduce in value, of course. But because this is stackable, so I'm guessing this has no duration. But because it has no duration, I don't know how they're gonna refresh the absorb damage value. Maybe once you get another stack, a new stack, the absorb value gonna get refreshed. But the thing is that here, like each stack of Floral Barrier increases Sakura's damage and healing efficacy. So depending on how much stack you can have maximum on the Floral Barrier, this gonna increase Sakura's strength by a lot. Because like for example, like if this is stackable for like 10 stacks, for example, and healing efficacy increased by 10% per stack, that means that you're gonna be able to increase your healing by 100% and then damage by another 100%. If this is 10%, so it all depends on the percentage number, and also the absorption damage. Like if this gets refreshed every time you get a stack, that means that and this cannot be removed. This is insane. Like this Floral Barrier is insanely good. Like the only thing that can get through this Floral Barrier is only Fusu. So again, this just strengthen the value of Fusu. Like all of you who have pulled Fusu, he is gonna be the only one who is able to kill Sakura. Otherwise, you're gonna need to get through all these damage absorption value, and if this can be refreshed, like if the value can be refreshed, that means that, oh my god, this is gonna be a really hard Esper to kill. And so yeah, Fusu is gonna be a counter to Sakura, but it all depends on the number of damage absorption here. Like if this is as big as Lian's shield, that means that it is impossible to kill, but we will see. Like it all depends on the percentage number. If this is small, then any other Esper can just brute force your way through the shield. So yeah. But in theory, this is interesting. 2 golden buff in a single Esper, and both are really strong. Now, ability 2, Shared Fate. So on the next turn, you're gonna cast this. Dispels one ally's debuff, grants them Vigor Guard. So this is a random Esper, just one single Esper receiving a Vigor Guard, and dispel one ally's debuff, and then heals all allies. So depending on the number of the heals here, it can be an actual healer, or this can be a bonus healer. We will see. Healing is based on Sakura's maximum HP. So just like Clara and Ahmed, you do want to increase Sakura's HP as much as possible and also as much speed as possible. So by now, you should already have that kind of equipment set. Usually this set is being used by Lian, Abigail, Clara, and Ahmed. Although Clara and Ahmed is a little bit different because they're gonna need Avatara, and Ahmed also need relief set, but yeah, you do have this kind of equipment lying around in your set right now. Now going into, and also in passive, Sakura's teammates take less damage. This is the AoE damage mitigation. So just by being in your lineup, Sakura will be able to reduce your allies' damage taken, which is great. You don't need to activate anything to make use of this damage reduction. So from the very beginning, even if you lose in terms of speed against your enemy, you will be sure that your ally will receive less damage without you even doing anything. Now going into the first skill now. Ability 1, Delicate Running, deals damage to one enemy based on the maximum HP, reduces the enemy's maximum HP capacity. Again, good, gains Floral Barrier for Sakura. So she gonna have like infinite amount of Floral Barrier. I mean, like, it's gonna be really easy for her to stack this Floral Barrier because this is on the first skill, so you definitely gonna need to give Avatara to Sakura to be able to keep stacking the Floral Barrier, which gonna in turn increase Sakura's damage and also healing and also keep giving her damage absorption, which is great. And then after Ascension, it also grants Vigor Guard to a random teammate after attacking. So Avatara will most likely gonna be able to trigger this, so that is that you do want to keep Sakura casting as much first skill as possible, like the basic ability as much as possible, to be able to give Vigor Guard to your allies all the time. So going into the Resonance, the second Resonance new passive effect, Shared Fate gains Vigor Guard at the start of combat. I don't know if this if this is for her entire lineup or this is only for herself, Sakura herself. So if this is for the entire lineup, like all of Sakura's allies, that means that this is OP. Like, you definitely need Resonance to Sakura in order to get her maximum benefit, like maximum strength. But if this only gives to Sakura herself, that means that Sakura will be able to block control effects from the beginning of the battle, which is gonna be really good. Like, that means that you have a guarantee of movement. You will be able to guarantee your Sakura to cast at least your third ability, and then your Vigor Guard probably gonna be gone. And then after that, it depends on whether your enemy able to disable your Sakura again or not. But yeah, this is going to guarantee your third skill at the very least. And then Resonance 4, when HP is above 50%, ally damage plus 12%. This is good because Sakura herself is really strong, especially with a golden buff shield. That means that she will definitely have her HP above 50% almost all the time. And so your allies' damage will be increased by 12%. Like, this doesn't care whether your damage comes from attacks, defense, HP, or anything, and whether your damage is percentage HP damage or true damage. This increase all of your allies' damage. So just by having Sakura in your lineup, it will increase even, like, someone like Sujue's true damage. So insanely good. Resonance 4. And then Resonance 6, new passive effect, Sakura Splendor. Each time an ally with Vigor Guard attacks or is attacked, increases their attack, defense, and speed. This is the opposite of Chuyao's Resonance 6. Chuyao's Resonance 6 reduce the enemy's attack and shield efficiency permanently. This one increase your allies' attack, defense, and speed, most likely permanently. So Chuyao Resonance 6, they already probably prepared this beforehand. So Chuyao's Resonance 6 actually works against Sakura. So Sakura's shield will probably, if this is OP, that means that Chuyao is gonna be another option to counter Sakura's shield, to be able to kill Sakura here. Because Chuyao's Resonance 6 will reduce shield efficiency permanently, so this is going to have trouble against Chuyao Resonance 6. So yeah, this is just like the opposite of Chuyao here. And can be obtained from Echo after this update. So this can be obtained by everyone. a really good defender support. Now going into Momo Bakeneko, a 5-star flow. Momo is a fighter who specializes in dealing single target true damage. This is what I love. Oh my god. Like this is insanely good. You know, like you've already seen how insanely strong Sujue is because of all of her true damage. Like everybody, I already mentioned, like everybody needs to have Sujue, and now everybody really do use Sujue everywhere. Now we have the single target true damage dealer. Now let's go into her skill. Ability 1, Dual Slice. Deals true damage to one enemy multiple times based on attack. Before each hit, dispels their buffs and inflict buff blocker. This is really good. Like I've been looking for a reliable buff blocker, and so far only probably a certain esper like Zora is able to reliably inflict buff blocker to enemies, even with AI. Now this one have a multi-hit attack and also dispel enemies buffs and also inflict buff blocker. So this is kind of like the flow version of Iki. I think Iki can also do that. Yes. So really good. I've already mentioned how good it is on Iki. Now this is on a flow esper. We already have a lot of problem with Feng Sun having a ton of buffs, and this thing will be able to kill Feng Sun lineup. Then increases AP, its speed increases some AP. So a lot of AP bonus in here as expected of a ninja. So giving her Avatara and probably a relief set will be able to keep giving AP to Momo, and in turn's gonna give her more turn, and more turn means more attack, more attack means more AP, etc. Really good rotation there. Now ability to Art of Evasion gains wrap at the start of a round and Momo's turns. So I don't know, like it mentioned here gain something, but there is no mention here of a passive. I don't know whether you do need to cast this or is this a passive, at the start of a round. And then reduces damage taken and critical rate. Dealing damage recovers HP based on her HP loss. Yeah. So I don't know, like, is this a good thing? Like, it reduces damage taken. Yes, this is good, but reduces critical rate. Do I want to reduce my critical rate? Is this a downside to this skill, or like is this the cost of having my damage taken reduced, or is this like a typo or something? Like, I don't want my critical rate getting reduced, but we will see later in the PTR. Dealing damage recovers HP based on her HP loss. Insanely good. That means that she will get more lifesteal the more she is dying. So if she is able to make a move before she dies, then she will essentially be able to heal herself back to full health, probably. When an enemy acts outside of their turn, Momo gains wrap and counterattacks the target with her basic ability, triggers once per turn. You know who counterattacks a ton of times? Yes, Ana, Emma. This is going to kill them. And your basic ability dispels all buffs and inflict buff blocker. And it hit multiple times. So exactly, this Esper gonna kill Ana again. We already have a lot of Ana counters nowadays. So this is another Esper that you can use to kill Ana efficiently and reliably. Because every time Ana counterattack, she gonna attack Ana. Now, Wrap is an undispellable buff. Its tank increases attack and reduces damage taken. So because this is a fighter, I'm expecting she doesn't have that much health or defensive ability. So this is going to keep her alive for as long as she can. And upon dealing damage, inflicts extra true damage based on her maximum HP and attack. So I don't know. We will see from her skill set later. Like if this use both maximum HP and attack, you do want to maximize both of these stats if you want. Like if the percentage number is good, so that means that she probably don't have that much speed to begin with. You know. And also, if you do build her like that, that means that you're gonna rely on her movement being to counter a counter attacks Esper. Like she gonna follow up every time enemy Anna counter attack and enemy Emma counter attack. So she probably won't be the one moving in her own turn. If you do want to maximize this build, maximum HP and attack, and then each trap stack greatly increases the true damage. This damage is not effective against non-player units. They learn from Yuxu. You know, they don't want you to make use of this OP skill in you know. Let's say in a PvE content, but in a PvP content this is insanely good because true damage means that it goes through anything, you know, like including shield. It should be, but it needs testing against Ana. Like sometimes Ana do receive the true damage, like if it comes from Sujue, but Ana doesn't receive true damage if it comes from you know, like Jinchu. So we do need to test whether this goes through Ana's shield. If it does, then this is insanely OP. Like this thing is insanely OP. This is gonna definitely kill Ana. Now going to the third ability, Cat's Paw Strike. Deals true damage to an enemy multiple times based on attack. Again, really good. That means that a multi-hit attacks, a single target multi-hit attacks, that means definitely gonna be able to kill Ana again. Ascension dispels all buffs from a target, inflicts buff blocker, which is insanely good against the current meta, which everybody use Ana and function everywhere. You know, buffs are everywhere. And then deals true damage to the target model. Yes. So insanely good. But the best one about this Momo is on the resonance. Look, the second resonance, a new effect is added to Art of Evasion. When inflicted with non-control debuffs, have a chance to nullifying them. This chance increases with each rep stack. So the second resonance, your Momo cannot be debuffed, like she has a chance of cannot be debuffed. Then on the fourth resonance, new effect is added to Art of Evasion. When inflicted with control debuffs, has a chance of nullifying them. This chance increases with rep stack. So now she cannot be controlled with a chance, of course. So just like the bigger guardian, but bigger that it's more reliable. This one has a chance. Now, on the sixth resonance, when an enemy acts outside their turn, Momo gains Rep, which increases all these chance and also increase like this one, increases attack and reduces damage taken. So each stack of Rep reduces miss rate and increases healing received. Wow! So once you have a ton of Rep, you will be a monster. Like this Momo will be a monster. So you can already see like how good all this skill is in Momo. You know, but the thing is that she can only be obtained from championship limited time battle and run from the championship. So you do need to win the championship in order to get Momo. But this is good. Like usually a lot of players mention that, you know, championship always gives you useless Esper, which is actually not true. Like some of them are really good, just like Mei. You know, Mei is really strong actually. So now you can actually get a 5-star flow in here, and Momo being really good with all of these things. I bet in the next championship, people are going to take this more seriously. You know, especially if you do want to get Resonance 6 Momo, obviously you gonna put an extra effort into here. You know, but this is insanely strong. This is insanely strong. So let's go and see the triple threat. Event time. Requirement unlock on the 7th week of your server. Clubs can sign up for the event after the event opens. Face off in a 3-way teammates in this new gameplay mode. Triple threat stat system will be available. Clubs of the same tier will be matched. Yes, they're gonna put us in a similar power, so we don't have an unbalanced situation. Each club engages in one round of single match per week with a total of 6 single matches per season. The match format for each week consists of 4 stages: preparation, matchmaking, battle, and tally. Player needs to complete tasks such as signing up, deploying formation, matching opponents, claiming rewards. Each match requires 3 clubs to compete on the same map. Points can be obtained by coming power station and achieving victory when attacking or defending. Club that reaches the designated point threshold first wins the match. After each match, clubs will earn season points based on their rankings. At the end of the season, another reward will be sent according to the club's point ranking. Please remember yes. Event backtrack will be wonderful. Okay. So not that many information we can gather from here, like how many teams can we deploy in this battle, like how many teams lineups do we need to prepare, and whether we can attack multiple times or not. But we will see later. Like this is still a mystery for now. Then, so yeah, that is the new patch and the championship. Return Miracle, Dislyte Lands, competition, points, yes. Challenge. Okay, so this is the Ritual Dislyte Lands and Ritual Miracle, battle. So you do need to try to win this as much as possible to be able to get Momo. So yeah, we will see later. Like this is gonna be interesting. So after that, limit time, so and the captain, and that's it. So that's all for this patch analysis, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the PTR testing. Bye bye.